Hi, I'm attorney Chris Reich, and in this video I'm going to talk about what it means to drive on a suspended license and what are some consequences to driving on a suspended license. So in Arizona, if your license is suspended or revoked and you continue to drive and the police pull you over, you can get cited with a criminal traffic ticket for driving on a suspended license. It's a class 1 misdemeanor, so same as drunk driving or aggressive driving. Carries the potential for up to 30 days in jail, $2,500 fine plus surcharges, which would about double the fine, also probation. The police are probably going to impound your vehicle too. This is a 30-day impound. That can get fairly expensive. We've got a blog post on impound vehicles and some things you can do to get that out. But basically, if you are the only owner of that car, you're going to have to get that license reinstated before you can get that car out of impound. Usually the typical outcome is a fine on something like this, unless you're a repeat offender, a serial offender for driving on a suspended license. As far as to why people get their license suspended, the most common things we see are a failure to appear for a court date, a failure to pay fines related to a court case. Also see license suspensions for too many points on their license. Some traffic violations like a DUI could result in a license suspension. Those are going to be the most typical reasons we see a suspension. I should also mention insurance violations, another popular source for license suspension. Now there are a couple exceptions where driving on a suspended license is a civil violation instead of criminal. This is new as of 2019. If your license is suspended for non-payment of fines or a failure to appear in court, that's going to be a civil violation if you're caught driving on that suspended license. Otherwise, they're still all going to be criminal. As far as improving the outcome on a driving on a suspended license case, usually getting that license reinstated is a critical part of the negotiation process. So if at all possible, if you've gotten a driving on a suspended license case and it's not for non-payment of a fine or failure to appear, and you really want to try and get this down to a civil violation, you got to get your license reinstated. Figure out why it's suspended and do whatever you need to do to get it reinstated. That's really going to improve your bargaining position in your case. If you cannot get it reinstated, you're probably not going to be a lot you can do in this kind of case. This is one of those violations that is kind of documentary in nature, a paperwork violation. Either your license was suspended or it wasn't, and there's not a lot of argument there. You can't produce anything to say, hey, no, it really wasn't suspended. There's no factual argument that either was or wasn't. So you're kind of relying on the good nature of the prosecutor to work with you on this and try and reduce it down to a civil violation. So certainly getting that license reinstated and having an otherwise clean driving history and a nice background are going to make a big difference in having that conversation with the prosecutor. In a case like this, we're usually aiming to get it dismissed or get it reduced to a civil violation, like a no valid license charge, with a nominal fine. We really want to try to avoid that criminal component to something like this. If you've got one of these charges, give us a call and we can talk about the specifics of your case and discuss options.